Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure you watch this video to the end to grasp of any content that may be so beneficial to you. Today we are talking about bones. So as we all know, in our bodies we have a structure called a bone, and you have seen it in most of the vertebrae, like the leg of the animals, like the lions. We have the domesticated animals like the cows. We have a lot of birds which have bones. We have the reptiles which have bones. So bones are a common, it is a common name, or it is a common organ of the body that it should be not neglected, and it has a lot of functions. So I want us to define a bone. A bone is a connective tissue. Basically, a bone is made up of a matrix or connective tissue that has a lot of functions. A bone by itself is a complicated organ, or a bone by itself it is a complicated cellular organ in our bodies. So when I'm saying about a bone, so what is a bone and what are the types of bones that we have in our bodies? So when I talk about a bone, we have many types of bones in our bodies. As I had said earlier in my last video, we have more than 200 bones, around 206 bones in our bodies. In our appendicular system, of which I said it is the extremities, we have around 126 bones. And in the axial system, which I said we have the rib cage, we have the skull, and we have the vertebral column, we have around 8 bones. So bones are a common thing in our bodies, and we have a lot of functions for the bones. So on the type of bones, we have the long bones. Most people think that the long bones are the longest bones in our bodies. Yeah, maybe it may be true, but we have the long bones, we have the short bones, we have the flat bones, we have the sesamoid bones, and we have also the irregular bones. So these bones are defined by the structure, or by how they are made, how they are created by God, how they have been made, what is their shape, are they tubular, are they flat, are they round shaped. So with this in mind, we have five types of bones. So in these bones, we have examples. Now, I may give you examples, and maybe you can relate with these examples of these bones. First, we have the long bones. The long bones, we may have a bone like the femur. The femur is the bone that is found at your thigh region, that from your waist to your knee. From around your waist to your knee joint, that bone is called the femur bone. That is one of the long bones that we have in our bodies. We have the humerus. The humerus is the bone that comes from your elbow to your shoulder. That bone that is at your arm, that is what we call the humerus bone. That is one of the long bones. So we have the short bones. The short bones are the carpal bones and the tarsal bones. So when we say about carpal bones are these bones that are found at the wrist. These are the bones that make the wrist joint a movable joint. This is what they make the wrist joint work effectively. So we have the carpal bones, and we have many of them. We have the distal column. We have the proximal column. So at the wrist joint, we have the carpal bones. At the foot, those bones that make the foot work very effectively, these are called the tarsal bones. So we have a structure, or we have those as the short bones. So for the flat bones, we have these bones that are almost circular in shape. Like we have the scapula, we have the skull, we have the ribs. So these are more of the flat bones. They are not tubular in shape. So we have the irregular bones, like in the vertebrae. These bones vary in shape, vary in size. They almost do the same work, but they vary in shape, they vary in sizes, they vary in how they are made. So these bones are called the irregular bones. We have the sesamoid bones like the patella. and we also have the pisiform at the wrist joint. So patella is found at the knee joint. That bone that you are able to feel at your knee joint, that a slidey bone that you feel at your knee joint, that is what we call the patella, and it is one of the sesamoid bones. So now we have talked about the types of bones, and we have known what is a bone. Basically, we want to know what is this bone made of, because we have a bone, and everybody has bones. I assume everybody has bones. Maybe if you are an amphibian, you don't have bones, but if you are a human being, basically you have a bone. So what is the composition of these bones? These bones, as we said, they are composed of a matrix. They are composed of cells that are embodied in a matrix, which they vary in composition. You see, the bone contains type 1 and type 2 collagen. Yeah. So these cells can be categorized in the nature of intracellular material, the material that has made the cells. The bones are made of something we call osteoid. What do we call osteoid, or the osteoids? Packed bones, which have cells inside of them called the osteophytes. So these bones are composed of cellular material called the osteoid, and this osteoid, they are produced by the osteoblasts. So we have cells in the human body that generate this osteoid, of which we call the osteoblasts. We also have major cells that destroy the cells, maybe the inflamed cells, the dead cells of the body. We have those cells of the bone, maybe that have worn out, maybe that have died. So the cells that are responsible for this are called the osteoclasts. They remove all these unwanted cells, and that is what we call the osteoclasts. So in many cases, the matrix is mainly composed of a complex of proteoglycans and proteins. So when these proteoglycans and these proteins are mixed up, they make up a matrix which we call collagen. So the bones, as we say, they contain the type 1 collagen. The hyaline cartilage, which is found at the end, at the epiphyseal edges of the bone, are made up of the type 2 cartilage. Okay? So many of the people don't know what collagen is. Many of the people take just collagen supplements, they take collagen medicine, but they don't know what collagen really is. So that material that is made up of the proteoglycans and the protein, the protein, that ground substance that comes from the proteoglycans and the proteins make up that collagen. And one of the most important things in your bone is the collagen. So making sure that our bones are very healthy is not an option, but it is a must, because these bones need to be strong. These bones are the framework. As we said in our previous video, the body has the appendicular system and the axial system. Both these skeletal system have various works in the bodies, majorly for protection. So if your bones are not strong, they will not be able to protect the inner organs. You will become osteoporotic. These bones are very prone to tumors. these bones are very prone to fractures. So when you are told to take care of your bones, it is not all about a health plan or a diet plan or a nutrition plan. It is all about maintaining that protective layer of your very vital organs, like the heart. So taking food that are rich in collagen, taking food that are rich in calcium is not an option, but should be a must do for everyone who wants to take care of their bones. Thank you so much. Consider liking, subscribing, and wait for the next video, so that from the next video we will cover another big topic.